Hey, everybody, I have Mike here this morning with me, and we're talking about the blues. Mike Wheeler's been playing the blues since the mid-'80s. He did his first gig with Muddy Waters Sidemen Lovey Lee back in 1984. Mike was a longtime member of Big James and the Chicago Playboys, a notable act in Chicago, and recorded 5 albums with that group. He's traveled the world as an ambassador for the Chicago style of blues music. He's been to Monaco, France, Switzerland, Spain, Belgium, just to name a few. Now he's here with me in Coralville.
Okay.
And he's also shared the stage with the most elite musicians the world has known, including Willie Kent, Coco Taylor, Buddy Guy, B.B. King, George Benson, Jimmy Johnson, and Shanika Copeland. Mike was inducted into the Chicago Blues Hall of Fame back in 2014, and you can learn more about him on Facebook or his website, MikeWheelerBand.com. He's also featured as part of the Crossroads series last year at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort here in Iowa, and that's where we first met. So I'm just so glad to have you here, Mike. Thanks for being here.
Hey, Tanya, thanks for having me.
It's such a pleasure. Where are you right now? Because you were at the Blues Fest, weren't you?
I was, yeah. Man, it was a great week here in Chicago. I'm at home. I'm in my kitchen right now.
All
But
right.
man, it was a great week here in Chicago, and it was a lot of work, and I just relaxed all day yesterday. But
Oh, yeah,
today
you
I'm about
gotta
to get
recover after the weekend. That's what Monday's for, right?
hmm
So, tell me how did you first come to blues music? What was your introduction?
My introduction was as a little boy, my mother playing blues music around the house, and at the age of 5, hearing it and liking it, and like, wow, who was that? Howlin' Wolf and BB King, Muddy Waters, Buddy Guy, stuff like that. So, and also Lil Milton and Albert
Hmm.
King. But man, it was just, it was just part of everyday music for me because that's what my mother played around the house.
That's awesome. So this is just part of how you grew up and what was there for you. And, most of the people that I know that play blues music or love blues music, or for me, sing blues music, there's something more meaningful underneath it too. And that's why people say blues is a healer. So what does that mean to you when people say blues is a healer?
It's true because I mean, a lot of people see blues as as just a downer, but it's not. Blues is all kind of it's uplifting and it's it's everyday life. So, because it's all the most emotions you go through in life. You happy, happy you found somebody that you love, or you got good friends around you, or then sad when you lose those certain people, or you lose your job. So it's just everyday life.
I think it's so interesting because everybody that I've interviewed talks about the emotions part, and healing emotions is what we're talking about when we're talking about actually doing healing. And that's the work that I do, is healing
Hmm.
those emotions that get shoved down that we don't want to feel. And
Yeah.
so the feeling that I have too, and you probably feel this way too, is that when you're able to release that through music, those feelings are unburied and they actually allow you to have more healing happen.
I agree. I definitely agree because, like, if I'm having a bad day, and then I know I have a show coming up, regardless of how bad my day been, I got to go and entertain these people, and regardless of what I'm going through, I can't let it show,
And
and
when
then
you do, it shows out in the music too.
exactly, and like you said, it heals me. I feel better while I'm playing music. Once I get on stage, everything is good.
Yes, and that's a beautiful thing that we find. Everybody who you can sort of feel like, "Oh, I don't really feel like doing this today," but once you're in it, it's like nothing else matters.
Oh yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
So where are you playing next? What are you doing with your where are you headed?
Oh well, we got a pretty busy week this weekend. So Thursday we have Blue Chicago here in Chicago. Friday we at this club called Johnny's Bliss out in Westmont, Illinois. Saturday we have a early festival in Long Grove, Illinois. And then
Ken's
Saturday night we have Buddy Guys Legends.
so close to home. You're playing all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so convenient.
You got to make it all fit in.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Is there any special moment that you've had in your playing or coming up that you thought this is really where I'm meant to be as far as like how you fit into the scene there in Chicago? Because it's a pretty heavy duty blues scene.
Well, I think I had a lot of moments like that. Coming up, because I give you a perfect example. Um, One time, I think I had just came back from off the road with John Prime, and I did like my second big festival with him at the Mississippi Valley Blues Festival.
Oh yeah.
I got back and John told me to come down to the checkerboard. And I said, well, I go down to the checkerboard, hang out. And so the guy at the door was like, oh, you got to pay to get in. And I was like, John Prime invited me to, oh no, you got to pay. So then we left and went down to Buddy Guy's Legends. And they didn't know me down there. And I told them I was a musician. They said, just come on in. And I was like, wow. And then also with Legends, I used to go down there and want to be in the jam, and I would wait all night and my name wouldn't get called. But then as I got to know people, then shoot, a couple of years later, I'm down there headlining shows. But that just shows you how things work and how you have to be persistent in what you're doing and believe in yourself and know that you can do this.
That's right. That's right. Well, I really appreciate your playing and what you bring to it because your heart is just right there and it's so beautiful to see and hear, obviously.
Well,
And I thank you so much for your time today. Thank you very much.
thank you, Tanya.